But I mean, we're gonna make a mess of it anyways, aren't we?
Well.
Hey, Alvin, here, throw him into the grass, Asher.
Okay.
Good morning. It is a beautiful fall day here, though it feels warm. It's in the 70s. And we are finally getting our walkway done. We've had like the junkiest walkway of just like, what is it called? Like landscaping paper or fabric and some bricks. Just because it's been so low on the priority list. But since Halloween is coming up and the holidays, we just need a walkway that's not treacherous. So we are getting some flagstone because I wanted this like flagstone brick mix. I know I got some nasty comment this week about how like I always say I instead of we about stuff like this. It's like because Mike doesn't care. He doesn't think about it. So, and also I say I. So anyways, we're getting some of the stone, we're getting some sand. The brick we collected from, there was just a pile of rubble where they knocked down this building, and it's been there for literally 4 years. So I know that nobody cares, and it's just like got weeds and grass. And so we went in on a date night like months ago and pulled out a bunch of beautiful bricks and from a long time ago, and probably 100 years old or more. And so picking that up, we're gonna go home, finally put that together. I think what I'll probably do is just make the rest of the yard look even more junky, because there's just no reason to invest in it when we're gonna be renovating the whole house and messing up the yard anyways with trucks and construction. But yeah, that's what we're doing. The kids are just doing their Saturday chores. It's a Saturday, and yeah.
We're back from the gravel store or whatever. We're getting the sand, so we're gonna need to pull all these bricks out of here, and then the delivery should be coming pretty soon. Actually, they were pretty much loading up while we're still there, and we'll get the sand in here and get this thing going. But gotta move these bricks first.
Sand?
The sand man is here. Okay, we're gonna have him put it right here so it's close. Sweet. It's not as much sand as I actually thought it would be for a yard, but okay. There it comes. Woo! That's our sand.
I want to jump in it. Can I go feel what it feels like?
Let's wait till he's done with the truck there, okay?
Alright.
I hope that's enough sand.
Fancy sand.
Hopefully we did our calculations right.
That's probably enough sand.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it isn't enough, you can just always get more.
You can, but they're closing at 3 today, so well, I don't want to pay another delivery fee. We'll see. We'll hope this is enough.
Oh, I'm strong to feel it.
What's that?
I want to go feel it.
Want to feel it?
See what it feels like.
Yeah, it looks fun, huh?
Alright, what side are we moving?
Okay, we're gonna get these kids working on moving the bricks. So just,
Do we need to organize it?
well, I don't want them like, no, they don't necessarily need to be organized, but just don't throw them and break them. That's the thing. So we'll get this cleared off, and then we'll start getting the sand down.
Dad is using a board to flatten out the sand. And then Albus is coming in and ruining it all. Albus! Quit digging in the sand! It's so cute though, it's hard to say no.
Albus.
He's like, this is the best, like, tactile experience I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, that's...
He found I think he saw a little fly. But I mean, we're gonna make a mess of it anyways, aren't we?
Oh, well.
Hey, Albus, here, throw him into the grass, Asher.
I need it.
Now he's covered in sand.
I wish.
I think maybe Pearl, go put him in the hill over there.
What hill?
The hill of the sand.
Yeah, let's go put him in there. Let's see what happens.
Hopefully he doesn't think
He can play in that.
Mom.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't think it's a little bomb.
What about that, Albus? How about that sand?
Do you like this better or the other one?
There's a little hole right here. Ooh, it's under my watch.
Pearl, you want me to relieve you? Do you want me to relieve you? Do you know what that means?
What?
Do you want me to take over?
Sure, not.
So we've got a lot of the sand down. I realize though that this is probably where I need to actually know the depth that it needs to be so that it's flush here. I actually started over there and worked my way back. I'm just really got to work my way that way. But also I got to get a tamper, something to, you know, kind of compact it a little bit. So that'll also push it down. So I'm not really sure exactly how much to put in here. So we're still working on it.
I wanted the walkway to look like just like this, a mix of flagstone and brick. And then I want the bricks to alternate, you know, so you get a brick pattern and not just the same. And so I'm just finding broken pieces. This is where old broken brick is perfect because I can just fit it in. And it won't be as perfect as we go, but the very beginning visually is probably the most important. I think it's super pretty. I want it to look old and cottagey, even though our house just looks old. Maybe not cottagey yet. But we need something, and well, then when we redo the house, I think the front door will be moving. So, but the nice thing is, because we're just putting it in sand, we'll just be able to take it up and redo it when the house is done. Mike has put all the sand down. We had a little bit more in because we realized we needed it to meet this edge here. And so now he's starting the tamping, and I will be able to start placing. The bricks are thicker than the stone, and so I'm going to place this first brick on the left right here, and then I'm going to have to put some sand under where the stones are going to bring them up to the same level as the brick.
All right, we've got it all tamped down. I'm not sure really how level it is.
It's going to be, that's the term.
It's a process, and also it's hard because the salvage brick here is not all the same thickness, and then you have the stone, which is also not uniform. So
That's the charm of it, right?
yeah, so Megan just has to kind of figure it out and level as she goes. So it's gonna look like a
Old path.
cool old path when it's all said and done. We've also got our brick placers here. Esther's helping us find the more uniform, or I should say squared off bricks.
Yes.
Asher's taking a break. Jude is just watching.
He wants to help. We just don't know what to tell him to do.
Jude wants to help, but it's hard to give him a job. Maybe you can help Esther haul bricks.
I think that's what Esther's telling him to do.
Yeah. Bring these and
So we've got most of it all down. We don't actually have enough sand, it turns out. And I'm also nervous that these are all just going to end up coming loose anyways.
They are. But
because it's just
maybe
sand.
it can last us until. We don't want to do anything too permanent.
What's hard is that this isn't a permanent walkway, but we needed a walkway so people could actually walk up to our house and it wouldn't be totally dangerous to do so. But it's a combination of when you're working with reclaimed material, it means that there's not really a uniform size to it, and also even like a lot of these bricks aren't really flat. So this is why nobody does a path like this. Megan's saying. So it's pretty, but I'm gonna sprinkle it with some water to try to get some of the sand to settle. I think part of it is it needs to be more compact, the sand. I know that you could get a compactor that we could run over the top of this after we put more sand on it, and maybe we'll need to do that to really make it a little bit more permanent. So I'm gonna sprinkle it. We have to get more sand just to complete this part up here. But anyways, we're both a little tired, and I'm a little demoralized that it didn't seem to, it's still pretty uneven. It feels a little wobbly in a lot of places. So we're not professionals and we're just figuring this out as we go. So we'll sprinkle it down. We'll probably go get some bags of sand from Lowe's because we ran out of the delivered pile. Throw some more on top of it and see what happens. Maybe on Monday, if it's super wobbly still, we'll go and get one of those compactors and run it over the top of it.
It looks super pretty though.
I'm gonna do this. I don't want it to like actually run any of it off.
Super pretty.
You grab this. These edges are little. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to just do more sand in general, but it's very charming.
Well, will it harden from this?
Well, we're gonna do even more sand, and yeah, it'll get harder.
But it is still just sand. We're back home, and while we're gone, Esther was nice and made dinner for us, although dinner is done now. Oh, Esther, we should show your hair.
What?
People notice you got a haircut. Some of you noticed that Esther got her haircut. That happened, how long ago?
I don't know, 3 weeks.
A few weeks ago?
4.
Got it all chopped off.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you can't really see it right now because it's in a
Pull back into.
pullback, but
I can only put it into pigtails because it's not long enough for a ponytail.
you like it shorter?
But yeah, I love it shorter.
A lot less trouble?
Mhm.
Yeah. So yes, you got a haircut and you looks like you colored it, or was it already colored before that?
This was already colored.
Oh, okay.
So it's just
I'm
the
very
old
observant.
color.
Yeah. So it looks good. But the kids did a good job of getting dinner together. We ate that. It's all done. Pearl is now doing the dishes because everybody does their part. Andrew's actually getting ready to go down and do his ghost walk because he's got a fully booked night. So his little business is really going well. He does Thursdays and Saturdays. And yeah, has been pretty busy with that since he started it. So what we did, we went to Lowe's, and what we found they had there was some paver grout. Paver set. So that's, probably a lot of you know what that is, but it's kind of sand, I think, that's mixed with concrete sort of thing that you can kind of spread it out like you would sand in the, you know, between the bricks or the pavers or whatever. And then you get it wet and then it hardens. So it's harder than sand. So I think we're actually going to use that. But
Just trying to get the sand to go down.
anyways, Megan is getting it a little bit wetter, trying to get the sand to compress a little bit more. The old sand, that's the sand that we put in there. And it's actually supposed to rain starting sometime tonight. And that stuff needs 24 hours to set. So we're just going to leave it. It's Saturday night right now. We're just going to leave it and let the rain happen over, you know, tomorrow and Sunday. Monday's supposed to be sunny and get a few days of sun. So probably on Monday we'll spread that out and see if that can kind of keep things together on this walkway. I mean, it looks nice. It's just, I don't think it'll hold together very well with just sand. So hopefully that'll make it more permanent. Megan's doing a great job of spraying it down, getting it wet.
Meditated, you know, it feels good.
Feel good? But we got to clean up the tools as well. It's a little bit messy. This whole area is still a total mess. We're going to clean that up. There's like 3 million things to do. But
I'm really going to do 10 of them.
I don't think I'm doing any more tonight.
I just mean at all.
Yeah.
There's no point. I mean, like, I keep thinking we should spray that like porch railing. It's just old and kind of starting.
You mean
looking.
paint it?
Yeah, spray paint it. But it's like, what's the point, man?
Who cares?
It's getting torn down in hopefully 6 months.
Yeah. Have we got an update on what we're doing with the house so far? I don't think we've talked about that for a while because it's been kind of, well, it's been an evolution of like our plans. And I can't say that we're actually reached the final plan yet, but what's that? No, we haven't. But right now the plan is, we think, so we're not working with the architect that we were first working with. It was getting a little too big, a little too expensive with what they wanted to do, and it was kind of hard to communicate. And we just didn't really feel like it was going to work. So we stopped working.
We just weren't good at explaining what we wanted.
Maybe we're not good at communicating. Who knows? It could very well be our fault, but we weren't seeming to get what we wanted. And I think we realized maybe we don't need the architect as much as we thought we did. So what we've decided to do is basically just, for the most part, keep the footprint of this house, frame this part out here. Maybe we'll just turn this around. So we would basically frame that part and make it part of the inside of the house over there, because it already has a foundation that would work and stuff. And then go straight up. So it would look a lot like a salt box, just kind of straight up. We're not sure if we would, because this part here kind of goes out, as you can see. We're not sure if we would basically like take that out and kind of redo the foundation so that it's just a flat front, goes straight up, and it's a real salt box. Or we kind of stick with where that footprint and go up with it and not do a complete rectangle. But for the most part, we really want to stick with the footprint that exists, not tear down the exterior walls, but leave those in place and just go up, add a few bedrooms upstairs, keep the master down, and kind of work with this area that will add on with the kitchen and the dining and living and all that. Reconfigure it. But our neighbor actually is a what she calls, she's a construction consultant, and she kind of helps homeowners to go through the process of kind of their own build or design, and then also getting things done. And she suggested we just find a plan online that is close to what we want, and then it's a lot cheaper to then have that company that has those plans to just tweak it and make it what you want it to be. And so we're thinking about maybe doing that. What are we doing? Anyway, so that's the current plan with the house. We still have to kind of be prepared to do it financially. So that's what's going to take us the next probably 6 months. And anyways, that's what we're thinking of. So things like this, the walkway, are not super permanent because the front door will probably move where it is, you know, from side to side. Boy, this is hard. It's like I'm in a mirror. So this sort of thing was needed because the walkway was a total mess, and it was actually kind of, we felt bad having people walk up it because it was really uneven and easy to trip. So there are things we have to do just to live in the house, but we're trying not to spend too much money or too much more money in any more projects. Andrew's all ready for his ghost walk. The top hat is an added piece. Andrew looks bigger now. I think he is, well, he is bigger, but he's looking more and more like a man. All right, it's a couple days later. Gonna finish up the video because I was just editing it. And it's loud, there's a plane, huge plane right overhead. See it? There it is. But we had some rain. We actually, a lot of rain today. We had this Hurricane Zeta. Kind of the remnants of that came through today. But this is still just sand. It's actually holding pretty well at this point. We did buy some of that stuff that you can put between the bricks, but I'm gonna hold off. It's supposed to rain again tonight. I need at least a day of dry to do that. So, but we'll get it finished up. I think for now, it's gonna be fine. The kitty's happy with it. He's not complaining. So thanks for coming along. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, you can go over to knorppandsouth.com. We mention it every once in a while, but we do have an Amazon shop where we have all the stuff that we use or have purchased in the past, if you're ever curious. Also, during these holidays, if you follow our link to our shop and then do your shopping after that, even if it's not something that we recommended, we do get some credit for you coming to Amazon through our site, and it's helpful to us and the family. So feel free to do that if you want to. It doesn't cost anything extra or anything like that. It's just a matter of clicking on the link before you do your Amazon shopping. So we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for coming along. Bye.